I've been a direct marketer and consultant for the past 3 years. And essentially what that means is I grow businesses for a living. That is my job. So in today's video, I'm going to basically break down how I'm going to go about doing this and growing many a man and woman's online businesses in 2026. Right now, up to date, what's working now. And yeah, we're going to let you in on some secrets that are not going to they're not going to be secrets for much longer because they are now on YouTube for you and anybody else in the entire world with access to an internet connection to see. But you know what? That's fine. You can just copy me if you want. Like, I don't care. Let's just get into it. Let's not waste any more of your time. By the way, if you know who that person is there, you know who is depicted in this sculpture, hit me up. I want to be friends. Why am I making this video? So essentially, because these streets ain't what they used to be. The online business space has changed a lot in the past few years, right? And let's just basically go into exactly the major changes that have caused us to be in this new predicament that we are now in. You may have heard this first term get thrown around a lot, the trust recession. And it's really not difficult of a concept to grasp. At its core, at its simplest, it literally just means that like interpersonal trust has declined on the whole, and is continuing to do so. So essentially, that just means like how likely are you to trust most people? So if somebody asked you, "Hey, do you trust like most people on the whole?" and you'd say, "Yeah, no." Okay, more people are giving that answer. So the whole trust recession is basically just the term to label this phenomena. But that's not good because essentially it means that it's going to be a lot harder for you to get the trust of anybody to actually sell stuff to, which obviously is not fun because if they don't trust you, they're not going to want to buy from you, and that means you don't get any sales and your business fails. Ooh, that rhymed. Oh my goodness, I was never much of a poet, but there we go. I've always been into prose. The next point is attention scarcity, the term that economists are calling it, and just brain rot, okay? Attention spans are falling. All the studies show this. And the content stream is more competitive than it's ever been. And this is especially problematic with the rise of things like short form content. So I'm thinking Instagram Reels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and other stupid short form things. Essentially, people are getting conditioned now from going through that kind of stuff to essentially just dismiss things really, really quickly and to not really lock their attention onto any one given thing. Instead, because you've got this huge storm of stupid content coming from all angles and you can just swipe and there's more and more and more and more and it never ends, okay, it's doom scrolling. That has basically created a phenomena called attention scarcity. And that basically just means like content on the internet is no longer a scarce thing. It's like it's becoming infinite because there's so much. And AI, etc., has allowed for that kind of thing to be produced a lot quicker. And so as the amount of content on the web is increasing, human attention and bandwidth is not able to keep up, which basically makes people really, really, like, they have to be super selective about the things that they allocate their time to, and that's basically like what's causing the falling attention spans. So like human mental bandwidth cannot keep up with the amount of content. This is really, really bad because it just means that if they see your one thing and they look at it for like 2 seconds and they're like, nah, on something else, well, that's a lost lead, that's a lost potential sale, and that is really, really annoying. AI is basically causing as well, or at least exacerbating, not directly causing, the other, like, above 2 points as well, okay? AI stuff is basically making people question whether or not the content they are looking at is real or not, and that's pretty bad, as well as it's just basically, like I was saying with how much content is being put out there, it's flooding the internet completely, and it's just destroying personality. It begs the question then, are we finished? Is it over? Are we cooked? Well, no, because I'm making this video telling you what you can do about it. So it's not over yet. I wouldn't make this video if it was. And because no online business would be able to actually grow and succeed at the moment if it was over, if we were all cooked and this had created a set of circumstances where we cannot survive, there's nothing we can do, okay? But this is obviously, like, there are many businesses out there right now who are flourishing and succeeding, okay? So, we're not finished. We're just in a unique situation, okay? And unique situations are going to require unique solutions. But that's the thing, they can be solved, right? And the winners understand this, okay? The people that are actually succeeding right now, and I mean, like, I don't even have to name names because I'm sure you can already come up with a few, like, big online business people that are really succeeding right now, despite the circumstances that we're in. So I'm not even going to bother going down that road. You know, like, they are winning, and they understand that they just need to apply a unique solution. And this is why you need to really internalize this, okay? This is a critical mindset shift moment for you. If they can do it, so can you, okay? Just straight up, right? If it is possible for other people in the world with an online business to succeed in 2026, you can do it as well, okay? Just logically speaking, it's possible for you to do it as well. We just need to have a look at what these successful people are doing, and then we can just basically replicate it in our own way, okay? Now, in observing what successful businesses have been doing, and being behind quite a few myself, and just seeing how it all operates, I've found three main things. Okay, man, I know it's cliche. Okay, the big three things, but genuinely, it's three main things. Okay, if it was four main things, I'd give you four or five, or I'm not gonna say the next two numbers because I forget it. There's three main things. The first one then is research. Now, what I mean when I say research is the fact that just like most businesses have literally no idea what their target audience even wants, okay? Like, this is assuming actually that they know who their target audience is in the first place. And not gonna lie, I was guilty of this before. Most businesses don't understand what people want, okay? For instance, a lot of them are going ahead and using things like ChatGPT or Claude to write things like copy, and getting like these weird generative tools to make strange looking images and videos. And if they looked at the studies and they researched their market, they would find that for the most part, people don't want that. So they're driving people away. It's ridiculous. And when you don't actually know who you're targeting, how are you going to actually go like from there? Like, how are you going to build anything in your business to do with actually serving a audience if you don't know who you're serving, right? And most businesses as well are not really tapped into the wider landscape, the wider online money space. They don't understand what's working now, so they're still doing things that are, you know, maybe worked several years ago. They're not really up to date, okay? So having an understanding of your market's awareness and their sophistication levels, I'm not going to go in depth on like what these mean. I'll do that some other time. But, you know, you need to have a really good understanding of this. Clarity is crucial, right? Without clarity, it's going to be very, very difficult for you to actually serve your customers with your online business, right? And that feeds into the next point. Number two, which is assets, okay? Having the right assets for your online business. So what I often see is it's always either too much or just not enough, okay? It's not enough assets, and when you don't have enough, then you kind of lose leads because you're not providing them with enough, or there's too many of them, okay? People are like, oh, well, I need to have a landing page, and I need to have an email list, and I need to have a VSL, and I need to have Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts and YouTube videos, and just carry on. I need to have Facebook ads, and just keep on going on and on and on and on and on. And then, right, none of them get any individual consideration. So you actually have no quality, and it's just, when you don't have any quality, well, you're not going to appeal to your leads, and then people will be like, yeah, this is trash, I'm gonna go. Okay, again, you have a leaky system then, and that is not good. The winners understand that marketing assets individually need more consideration and effort than ever, because only then, in this very attention deficit world, can the attention actually be captured and sustained, right? And you can actually keep pushing people through your sales funnel and get them to the end, instead of just having a bunch of terrible low quality stuff that will just lose people halfway through, right? It's all about focusing on this policy of effectiveness over efficiency. It's better to have a simple and streamlined sales funnel than, you know, something that's really elaborate but pretty low quality and not really doing its job, right? Because to start with, it didn't really matter. Okay, you could have any amount of deliverables at kind of mid-quality and you could get away with it. That's because the online money landscape as a whole was like a blue ocean, okay, if you're familiar with that business term. Just simply existing was enough, and you could get traction, you could get attention, and you could get business, right? But now the online money space looks more like this, where we have loads of content, loads of just trash, as you can see in the picture, polluting the place. How are you going to stand out if you are putting in more trash into this space, okay? We've got to be thinking on a much higher level. And then that takes us to the third major thing as well, and the assets feed into this, and so does your research as well. When you have that, and when you have your, man, like, all of them feed into each other, which is really cool. It's like an Ouroboros thing. It's awesome. The next thing, though, is image. Okay, this is the final step, essentially. Having a clear image for your business. Most online businesses have no clear identity at all, okay? And that's going to make you forgettable. You're not going to get any attention. And it also makes people less likely to trust you. Like, seriously, if you don't have a clear identity, that screams red flags. It actually does. So, for example, think in real life, right? Think about people that they don't really have much of a personality. They sort of just model themselves off other people, and they don't really have any sort of opinions or stand for anything. And they're kind of just people pleasers, right? No one likes these people. You don't trust these people with your deepest secrets, do you? Because it's like, you know, this person's just, who even is this person? Okay, such is the case for your online business. You also need to have a clear identity so people remember you. They want to give you attention because you actually have a clear sort of thing, and people are going to actually trust you as a result because you are looking, you know, you are intentionally appearing a certain way. And there's basically no effective way that you can research or target your intended audience. If you don't even know who you are, if you don't know who you're targeting, it's going to be kind of difficult for you to actually do anything else. Again, like, it all links. Do you see? It all links together? Okay, modeling yourself after others is the worst thing you can possibly do. I want you to think right now, how many clones of someone else are still surviving right now? How many? Probably not a fat lot, if any, right? I remember a few years ago, here's somebody who had a really, really big brand image a few years ago. Hamza, right? You know who Hamza is, probably. That guy had tons of Hamza clones, didn't he? Of people copying him and trying to sort of trend surf and profit off of his success. How many of these Hamza clones still exist now, right? I haven't seen one in a while. I really haven't, okay? Or there's these people who they try and try and look like Andrew Tate or something. They're like sat in this penthouse with like the Versace robe or something. It's like, you know, you're not that guy, pal. And when you associate yourself with other people like that, basically all you set yourself up to be is like, it's like the Buzz Lightyear meme, okay? None of these individual Buzz Lightyears get remembered, do they? Of course not, because they're all the freaking same. So when you do that, you set yourself up to get forgotten. You also set yourself up to be like essentially forever branded as, oh yeah, look at this guy's trying to be Andrew Tate or anybody else with a successful personal brand. So that's why having a unique image is actually key to standing out in an environment where there's a lot of sameness and there's a lot of just copying after one another and that kind of thing, right? To make sure that you don't forget about all of this, right? We're gonna break this down into a memorable framework, essentially, that you can just summon at any time. So we've got research, we've got assets, marketing assets, and all of that kind of thing, advertisements, and image, your brand identity. Okay, break that down. We get RAI. the RAI framework, the RAI framework. Yes, I know a little bit of Japanese. I'm not fluent. Don't try and come after me. Rai in Japanese means thunder or lightning. It's associated with a storm, right? Now, if you follow the Rai framework, well, it's like gonna kick up a storm for your online business, isn't it? Wow, that's so witty and smart. Oh my gosh, I definitely picked the right job here. You create a storm by following this framework. It's gonna grow your business because you're gonna know who you're targeting. You're gonna know who to target with your stuff and how to create stuff and to create it to a high standard. And you're gonna know who you are and how you need to present yourself to the world to actually succeed in today's very cutthroat, very samey landscape. See, like, it's completely possible to win when you know this, when you know that you need to just put in a bit of effort, you know, stop following the popular advice, very Earl Nightingale-esque, and just build yourself a platform. Be yourself, essentially, as cliche as it sounds, and have that unique sort of perspective on the world. Okay. Now, admittedly, this does take a long time. Okay, it's going to take a long time for you to understand how to effectively research, how to create premium grade, best in your space marketing assets, and know exactly how to strategize when it comes to building a unique brand image. Okay, and if you want any kind of help with doing these three things, following this RAI framework to save yourself some time and get some expert advice, then my marketing and consulting company would probably be the best bunch of people that you could ever go to get some help with this. If you'd like to, then you can go down and just basically click on the link and you'll take it from there. You're a smart person. I'm not going to tell you what else to do. You'll see. But, you know, do that in the description and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.